What's up, everybody? Let me know how the audio level is now that I'm talking compared to the music. The music of life. Oh, apparently things have started, so no time to discuss things. But shout out to chat, and I hope we have a good time today. Hope it's a good day. In the time of Nick, that's awesome. Good, thanks, Joe. Appreciate the. I threw on Sam Smith's newest album. Not sure how good it is. We might switch it up at some point. But right now, we're rocking Sam Smith's new album. Huh. Thanks, BJH. I guess it's time to switch the old template over so we get alerts and things from subscribers and such. Wow. What's up, John? I am predictable. I need to change. You're right, for Teddy. For Teddy Coleman this Friday, because that could get. That's a bad move for Black, but that could get ugly. It's not going to be hard for him to prep, right? For some reason, my stream widget isn't updating after BJ8's gifted sub. I need to fix that, apparently. I don't know how to adjust my widgets. There must be a way to test the widgets. Okay, that worked. So the widget test is working, but apparently BJH's gifted sub to Nick didn't come through. I don't know, Maynard. I don't know what the odds of that would be. There's that sub. Not sure what happened to the to your sub there, BJH, but I saw it. Sorry it didn't update on the timeline there. Thank you for the sub there, senile oyster. Aren't we all? Aren't we all just a bunch of senile oysters? Uncle Sasha will definitely be here today. Oh, you know what? I haven't done a gong banging or a bell ringing in some time. Boy, aren't you right? I have an idea. It's probably a bad one, but I'm going to do it. Exchange sack. Exchange sack. It's time. Thank you, Senile. Appreciate it. So my idea was if queen had taken, then bishop takes wins a piece. So rook takes was forced, which meant that the capture opening up h6 was there. Again, it was an exchange sack, and quite possibly an unnecessary one. Um, I'd like to get a knight into c5 real bad. I'm gonna... No, I'm not. That would be a bad idea. Wow, he's only got 20 seconds. I probably really didn't need to sack, huh? Interesting. Wait, what did I just do? No. I blew it. I've blown it. I need to focus. I was distracted doing something on my channel. Oh, wow. Nice combo by him. I had to put the king on h1. Very nice. He mates me. Great way to start today's Title Tuesday, huh? Wow. I just want to see if I was still okay after this. I think I was. Even after all my blunders. I think I was still fine after this move. Crazy. Maybe not. Because he can actually take. I'm down the exchange anyway, because if I take here, I lose. He has queen e4 check at the end. Yeah. But in the end, you know, probably the ship really started unraveling here with the unnecessary exchange sack. That teaches you, don't play for unnecessary combinations, kids. That's the truth. Don't play for unnecessary combinations, kids. All right. Well, time to wake up. That's why I got the coffee rolling here. We've got some Sam Smith playing. The subscribers are coming in here. Thank you, John. Honestly, I need the love right now. It's been a stressful couple days. I need to let this Title Tuesday become what it's supposed to be, therapy, not let myself get distracted by other things. So... Hey, Daniel, I've discovered online chess in the lockdown. I'm now a Diamond member. Love the Swiss tournaments for $12 to $14.99. Wow, that's awesome, man. Glad to have you. And there's a premium member arena coming up in May. First time we've ever had cash prize events just for being a premium member. So if you're interested in that, now that apparently you just said you are one, that's awesome. Turning down my music a little bit in my head helps me focus, but you guys seem to have the same level of audio, so that's good. I'm glad to hear that, BJH and GBC 568. Oh, wow. We're moving on. This tournament is going so fast today. All right. That's awesome. Go for this line. Yeah, the games were awesome. Okay, GBC. I will. Don't yell at me. This is kind of a weird line by him. The fact that he's giving me this and not the most traditional way to play this kind of English attack. I think just positionally a bad thing. Did Hikaru actually say that? I bet he did. All right. I'll focus and not engage with you guys as long as you promise to stay with me, like Sam Smith is saying. Do you promise to stay with me? Okay. Then that's it. All right. All right, so the issue is if I part with the knight, I have to lose a tempo with the bishop. Good to have the bishop pair. Probably f4 can be met by bishop e7 because takes here allows bishop g5. So probably should be fine on that. Taking with the bishop and then playing bishop e7 is also just fine, actually. I don't really like the idea of an obstacle bishop ending for him to have better drawing chances, so I'm gonna play for a hardcore. But if takes, he gets knight a5 in those lines, actually, so I still have the same problem. So this is better. I'm actually threatening knight takes g4, believe it or not, if you're into pawns, right? So something like knight a5, I think, can be met by a weird tactic. So he sees it and plays king b1. But now, instead of castling, we need to start remaneuvering our pieces to their more ideal locations, like a bishop on the dark squares. Playing b4 mainly to stop knight a5. That's something that I wonder if he had played it last move, although he would have allowed bishop g5. So the thing is, I'm not really that worried about this in a number of ways. Either him taking it or not. So I'm going to go full steam ahead. If takes, I assume I'm taking with the rook, right? Not because I would ever really take this pawn, but because that's probably the most effective way to slow down his attack. Okay, that's interesting. Now I think we need to gain a tempo, first and foremost. And now the question is, should I take and use the e5 square? There's also a3 to permanently weaken the dark squares, as well as bishop f6. I'm going to play bishop f6. It's kind of awkward if he plays f5, makes you feel like I wasted something, but that would really kill his own attack if he did that. And I would probably immediately play knight c5 and try to make b3 happen. Yeah, so he doesn't. But hold on, you gotta be kidding me. Now b3's gotta be strong. And I might just open things up and tuck the king on f8 to get the bishop hitting the b spot over here. Hit that b spot. I guess I should pre-move capturing here. Okay, he didn't. But does that make takes on f4 or e4 strong? Don't have a lot of time. If e4 bishop takes a2, he takes. I feel like I should just take f4 and ask questions later. Let him give a check. Appreciate the subs, guys. Trying to do it I think you want me to do, which is focus on good chess. So... Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Shit. Yeah. And if here I have this, by the way. I literally just dropped it too slowly. So. I know it's a rough start, guys. Hey, give me a second, all right? I've been a little stressed out starting this show. I'm getting there. My jump should have scared you, because I was scared. I was scared of myself in that moment. Okay? Yeah, that was an owie. An owie. Maybe Sam Smith is part of the issue, huh? You guys want to blame this thing on Sam Smith? We can move on here to a slightly different level of music, different tone. Oh, the stream title is tilted. LOL, you're right. I'll edit it. Titled Tuesday on chess.com. Indeed. Okay, a little change now. In fact, I think I need something that has a storyline, something with rhythm, something that gets me a little up-tempo. Let me go to some of my recently played stuff here on Spotify. Oh, that's a good one. I've done oldies. I've done some kind of today's hit sort of stuff. I got it. I got it. Here we go. This, forevermore, will be the storyline of today. Okay? We're rocking Hamilton. Yeah, I didn't play well yesterday versus Simon Williams. You guys have already seen his perspective. My video is actually ready to be uploaded to my YouTube channel. I should probably be doing that while we're talking here, because then I could probably link it by the time we're done. I know what you're thinking. That's further distraction for this guy, but it won't be too much. I just got to get it. Just got to get it uploading. So so let me do that. Let me do that. Looks like another game starting. My name is Alexander Hamilton. Pretty sure I was Alexander Hamilton in my past life. Somewhere around there. Somewhere involved in the Revolutionary War, anyway. I'm not going to blow my shot this game. All right. I've had two good positions and blown them. It will not happen this game. I will win this game. We switch the tempo. I'm a new man. B5 is coming along with A4. Is he really going to get E5 right away? Is it coming? It is coming. There's no real way to prevent it. Bishop G5 is interesting, but unnecessary. I think I can just play for B5 and undermine the whole thing. Let's do it. Center's going to blow up on here, people. Get ready. This pawn structure will never be the same. Whoa. Already calculated. What I was playing wasn't a bad idea, but I'm actually threatening Queen H5 now, I think. Knight D7, Bishop E7, Knight C5, Bishop C4. Seems like we should just be a little more straightforward here. Make c7 and queen b8 a reality, right? Prophylaxis. Thank you, Karpov. Thank you. Oh, come on. I don't want to take too much time here, but I need to figure out a way to make some progress. His queen and bishop are irritatingly spying everything. I think if I get the queens off the board, the technique is actually easier, so I'm going to do it. I wasn't sure at first, but queen takes a2 is not really an option. And if he moves the queen, he at least gets off my rook. Gets off my back there, so maybe I can double without losing things. Simple threats. Queen a7, knight d7, maybe c7. I think it's time. It's time. Threats of rook b1 are real now, aren't they? I think so. I'm a diamond in the rough. A shining piece of gold, trying to reach my goal. My style of speech unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind's is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder. ALEXANDER. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. George runs around on a spending spree. I will lay down my life. We got one. Got one. We got to start feeling good here. That was the first complete game I played. I mean, honestly, obviously knight takes c5 was a blunder. That's kind of a common tactic in the Panov structure. He should just go for this, I think. He should just, like, call my bluff. I think there's, like, all kinds of craziness. Maybe not. Maybe the timing is actually working out. I mean, what you saw structurally is exactly what both sides should go for. I have this massive majority that I need to execute on, and he needs to play e5 to undermine the whole thing, starting with the d4 pawn. So, just tactically, it didn't work out for him, I guess. And if you take, there's a reason why black often plays things like a5 earlier, right? This particular variation with the knight on c6 is typically like a little bit dubious after I take, because if you eliminate all the pieces off the board right now, black's structure is busted, because essentially this 3-on-2 is a winning advantage, and they don't usually get e5 without pieces on the board, right? The whole way e5 works is with the dynamics of tactics. So that's kind of the whole idea. In a normal Panov, though, black has things like b6 and then b4 and then a5, and I can't play a3, right, because the pawn's pinned, so I have to play knight a4 with tempo here. Then they bring this knight back to prevent c6 stuff because this knight guards it. Then I play a3. And so this is kind of typically what you would see. Something like this. Anyway. Just glad I got a W. Glad I played one good game. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the support. Sorry it took me so long, guys. Not a good start. I'm glad everyone loves the I'm not a GMSCC. I mean, obviously the biggest event going right now is Magnus's Invitational, which is amazing and good for chess. And so, you know, as far as an event that we would want to do, that's all chess.com does, is try to run events. It was like, there's no point in trying to do an elite GM event to compete with Magnus right now. Why do that? Instead, do something a little bit more fun, a little more, you know, casual, and just kind of, you know, let everybody connect with some of their favorite chess personalities in the form of competition that they don't normally do, right? You don't normally see, you know, the people that you have throwing down, Bartholomew and Rosen and me, like in a speed chess championship thing. So I've prepared a little bit for it. Some would say the best I can do to prepare is just try to get as sharp as possible. Not to say I couldn't, like, try to do openings and things like that, but I thought about it. The bottom line is, like, one, in a short 2-week span, you don't have the time for that anyway, right? Like, why reinvent yourself? I think just make sure you're executing and performing at the highest level possible. But I might play something a little bit different in terms of openings and things like that to try to make it not so obvious what I'm going to do. So thanks to BJH helping me with some of my Mubot commands and things like that. That was part of the stress going on in the beginning because I showed my Slack, and one of you guys clipped it. So those of you complaining about my focus, I'm pretty sure GBC, you were the reason I was worried that sensitive company information was shown during that. So I don't think it was, but please delete it if it was, out of the interest of respect and those sort of things. So appreciate that. So just be faster, you mean, for my speed chess. You're right. You're right, actually. Just be faster. That's the truth. We still had more than 1,000 people turn up for this, I'm just being told right now. 941. But that's the number after round 3. A lot of times we have more than that, and like people lose their first game and just withdraw out of anger. It happens all the time. So we probably had about 1,000 to start, which is not a bad turnout, given that, you know, some of the biggest players in the world are playing in Magnus's thing and all that stuff. So nice to have a pretty good list of strong players here. Grishik playing. I think Hikaru was playing. I thought I saw him earlier. So there he is. There's our boy, Mr. Hess. Appreciate that, GBC. Appreciate you. You know, there's no reason to try to give me an anxiety attack when I stream. It's my fault for showing my Slack. I thought I had prevented that, but I'm glad that, like, you know, Eric didn't start yelling something at me or something else inappropriate didn't happen. For the behind the scenes of chess.com. Hikaru says I didn't make GM because I played the dragon, so I'm going to stop playing it. Wow. That's a strange line. Okay. Now we have to go back to knight c6 and try to put a piece on e5 ASAP. d7 is a hidden route now, or a forbidden route, if you will. I'm going to put this knight on e5 immediately. And should I back up this knight? They're going to play knight d4, but I think I can play bishop c4. But then the trade gives up the d5 square. Interesting. Okay. Rook c8. Natural stuff. Najdorf stuff. Here we go. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to castle. Hope you're enjoying the smooth sounds of Broadway's Hamilton. I'd love to have pressure on e4 so that a sack was possible, right? a5 and a4 is also an option, slow as it is. Knight b6, knight c4 is also an option because trading e5 probably less than ideal. I'd be willing to trade queens. I think that's my winner. That's my candidate winner. You just saw my thought process right there. Knight c4 takes. Everything is traded. d6 falls. I can go the other way, though, and take with the bishop. I think we'll do that. Because if bishop takes, it's just a big trade. In the end, d5 is weak. But that happens in a lot of Sicilians, and at the very least, my bishop has been opened. The idea is that the bishop's coming to b4. Okay, and if he plays there, I can move the bishop, and e4 is still a problem. It's kind of the idea, anyway. I'm going to surprise you guys and play this move, actually. Okay, because I want to open up things and change the structure. And as weird as that move seemed, I actually think it might have been the most accurate way to deal with that situation. To keep the bishop on this pawn chain, hitting the dark square pawns. I'm going to play g6 at the risk of the trouble that comes with it. Did I get myself in trouble? Okay, crap. Hold on. That hurts. That was a mistake. I should have played king here and kept the tension. I think the biggest issue right now is obviously time management. I mean, how much did I time? I already had 30 seconds here, so. But if I keep the tension here, then I'm not committed. Part of the thing that had me so worried about keeping my rook on the fourth rank was I thought if I moved, he could move this rook, and if I try to come up, I thought the h file was a problem. But actually, g5 was hanging. So actually, I could have just played rook c6 and G5 is more of a problem than I realized. Although, what's funny is, like, okay, he goes here, 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 and I take G5 and he moves. I still have, actually, something to worry about here. In fact, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, actually, yeah, my instincts were frightened about the H-file, and I guess I was right. Yeah, I can... So that's why I kept it here, because I thought I needed to... I don't even know if that would have helped, but the main thing is I should have played king here. Kept the tension. I think this endgame is objectively probably fine for black. I know the knight looks like a beast compared to the bishop, but like this is kind of a typical Sicilian. Like if I come back and he gets here, like I have b5, he has to be a little careful. So the knight is beautiful to look at, but I'm gonna take and play king g6 and like slowly, you know, what ends up happening to a pawn storm is it's sort of getting undermined, and that's kind of a typical way the bishop can kind of be dynamically equal to the knight, even though objectively the bishop is a much worse piece than the knight, right? But the dynamics of the position as a whole, the bishop is okay in some of these endgames. And if things open up, like if you imagine any scenario where I get a passed pawn rolling here, the bishop is probably better than the knight in those kind of endgames. So wait, I could have escaped to f8, you're saying? So in the game I took, and here, 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 he moves. Yeah, you're right. I guess I can go here. Yeah, so it was an issue. I'm just not playing well right now. Like, I'm just not in a good place. I'm not seeing the board well. Yesterday against Simon Williams, I played like apparently there's another game going. I actually won that puzzle battle. I mean, I won the Chess Rivals yesterday, the video that's on Simon's channel. I'm uploading my version now. But I played the worst chess. I won the bullet portion barely. I got killed in the blitz, and then I won the puzzle battle. But I did not play very good chess. So. You're not wrong, BJ. You're not wrong, man. I need to shape up. I hear you. So I hear you. I hear you. Needs to shape up. I feel like the Grease song, you know? You better shape up, ooh, ooh, ooh. 'Cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. So, still have a chance to pull it together, but I have to start winning games that I'm supposed to win. And right now I'm not doing that. No, I think Greg bullies other people. Greg Shahade is a bit of a bully and a troll on social media. And it's all in good fun, and he's just kidding, you know? But I don't worry about Greg not being able to hold his weight in terms of trash talk. So, that's just the truth. Talking about Greg Shahade, for those who don't know. Shout out to BJH helping me with everything. Just giving him a thank you right now on Slack. Going okay. It's been a stressful couple of days, to be honest, John. A lot going on. A lot of sensitive issues going on that I can't really discuss. But I will say this, and this is an early preview as this is my therapy. I'll keep calling it that. We're going to have a stateofchess.com next week. And one of those things that I do like once a quarter, kind of like an AMA, just sort of talk with everybody, let you guys rag on features and let you know of some cool stuff we're doing. But one of the things I'm going to be addressing is fair play and talk pretty candidly about cheating. And I would say that we have had some pretty high-profile cases going on, and I'm hopeful that a bit of a message can remind people that we're going to catch you, and please don't cheat. So, honestly, it's the worst part of my job. Because no matter what happens, when people get upset about it, like, they always forget, like, we have literally zero to gain by telling a title player they can't play on our site. Like, why would we ever do that other than to protect the integrity of the game, right? And like, so the amount of stressful talk that goes into dealing with cheating and closures is difficult, and we have to make tough decisions and close people when they cheat, no matter who they are. So there you have it. You can clip that if you want. Oh, there you go. That's awesome. Glad to hear that about you. All right. Title Tuesday. Who's still playing? It says the games are done. They must have all just ended. My game is probably about to start. Right? Current standings. Not sure what's going on with the games. Just waiting. Along with everybody else. Next round should... Oh, it's the break. Oh, cool. Thank you for reminding me. I forget that we do that break. In fact, that means I should probably be checking in with things behind the scenes, speaking of that. Honestly, Nick, all you have to do is use this little user snap thing right here. This little question mark, make a suggestion, and report a bug right here. First of all, if you ever experience a bug, you know, it's a huge site, a lot going on, please report it. We literally get these go directly to our product team, and you are not wasting your breath. It will get reported. And you can also make a suggestion here. And anything you do there goes directly to our team. So there you go. So break time going right now. That's awesome. Oh, yes, it is still going. I'm currently struggling right now. Why is my voice so smooth? I don't know. I appreciate that. I don't know why it's so smooth. I don't know yet. You got to ask the question, Black Glue On, to find out whether or not I mind you asking. That's probably true, BJH. Always talking to my kids, and also coaching basketball and all the sports I do. It gives your vocals a word. So I don't really know what you're talking about, Black Glue On. I'm commenting for chess.com all the time. I haven't historically done a lot of the Title Tuesday events because I'm typically, it's kind of difficult for me in the middle of a work week to kind of pull away from other activities, but still pretty much always doing our biggest events. Did the Abu Dhabi Blitz thing last week. So for sure. Let's do it. Yeah, maybe that's what he means. Okay. Reverse time on-off structure. What am I supposed to do here? To the bride. Okay, time to go on a run. Time to go on a run. I don't know much about this opening, this particular move order, other than this is literally a reverse sort of time on of Sicilian. And a lot of the tactics that occur here, like if takes, I was just going to have to like retreat and just be down a pawn, I think. But I think structurally, like, black has a lot of compensation, I'm guessing. I was kind of bluffing, honestly. I assume in something like this that I have, I mean, maybe I don't have to do that, but even if I do, I mean, I assume I've got a crap load of compensation. I just kind of figured these moves seem pretty straightforward and logical, and obviously taking, I'm more than happy to play some position like this. This is just, like, no bueno, right? So, I was kind of just rolling with it, playing natural moves, and worked out. So, trying not to overthink the structure there. I felt instinctively like white should be a little better, but maybe not. I don't know. So, but let's see who else is playing here in this round. There's a ton of people still rolling, huh? Hikaru's rocking. Let's check out Hikaru's games. He's 3.5 out of 4. Not bad. This looks like pretty awkward position. White should be better, I think. King's in trouble here. I don't think a7 is really hanging, but maybe it is. Hikaru is taking his time to consider the options. Knight f2, the queen defends the rook. Obviously, if the queen takes f5, there's ideas of popping in. The rook is hanging, so you kind of have to take f5 anyway. It's a double attack, right? Rook e1 is off the agenda, so Hikaru looks like he's in a pretty good spot to take home this game. Who else is playing? Grishik throwing down with the black pieces on 4 of 4 currently. He's pretty good at this game called chess, but he's down in exchange here against the young Aravadine H. But he's got some comp-a-dump, does he? Currently he has some activity, but no actual material compensation. Might have to tickle this one out, huh? Sing it, Angelica. We love you in Hamilton. Hey, Angelica, Skylar, I loved you in Hamilton. Look at that little trick. Queen can't take as the knight hangs, and if the rook moves, you have knight c5. Classic Sasha. Hello, it is I, your old Uncle Sasha, except he is not your Uncle Sasha. I am your Uncle Sasha. He is simply a Sasha. I am your old Uncle Sasha. a5. Yep, and b2 falls with check. This is a problem for your old Uncle Sasha. Okay, Hikaru, he also got his game. Very nice. What else happens here? We have this guy, Sean Sargsyan. He's very good. Looks like maybe draw. Possibly. I lost to Jumbo a couple of weeks ago in the Title Tuesday. Jumbalev, Grandmaster. He was very good. Ooh, nice little tickle there. If the pawn moves, f2 falls. So, ooh, never mind. Wow, he's going to come to e4. Interesting. Probably just needs to settle on a draw. If the knight gets to e4, the king actually a little bit of trouble here. But that c-pawn is strong. Indeed it is. Knight g5 to e6. Oh, he goes to f6 instead. Because he has knight d5? I think he had knight d5. Knight d5 actually would have won the pawn, but he didn't go for it. He's not going for it at all. He wants mate. Okay, but you can take everything, and it should be a draw. Yeah, there should be a draw on king and pawn ending. Rook and pawn ending, excuse me. Because even if the king gets here, you can just check it away. And the fact that the pawn's on the 7th rank means the white king has nowhere to hide. So imagine this king comes all the way up, and as soon as he touches, you check him. And then he goes away, and then you go back. You can check him first. It doesn't... Whoa. If king d2, you would have had to play rook e7. That could have been a huge blunder. Well, Jumbo only has a second, so that's his plan. The point is there's no other way to win here. You just have to sit. Sit tight. He's trying not to pre-move. Okay, they eventually repeated 3 times. What would have happened on king d2 there? Like, just for my own instructive questioning. If here and now you're stuck. Now you're stuck on the 7th rank. Because if I start to come up and you ever move, then I move the check and get a queen. I think that was a... I think that he's losing now. Because remember, if the king ever touches anywhere, you just play this move. This is, if you don't know this trick, forevermore it's now a you problem. You just have to know this trick and you win. And if the king comes up anywhere else, you just move with check and then queen. So black is frozen over there. And if he moves, you get a queen. So if you check, I just got to stay off of this. No, I can even go there, because if you go here, I give check, and the point is I get a queen with check, right? So there's no skewer trick. So I can even go there, and you sit, and eventually the king comes in. I'm pretty sure Sargsyan just missed a win right there. King d2 is winning. I was shocked when I saw him play rook e1 check. That was a horrible blunder. The first check is fine, but now you just got to go back. And then he goes back, and you give check, and he moves, and you go back. Fascinating. Don't say you didn't learn something on this stream, even if you didn't have a good time. At least you learned something. Beelzebub, I do CrossFit all week. Although right now I'm doing my own workouts at home. I probably gained about 10 pounds during COVID, honestly. Just totally honest. Whoa, GM Storm 89 is raiding with a party of 3. No idea who that is, but thank you and welcome, everybody. So, Title Tuesday standings. What do they look like right now? Still a lot of people on 5 out of 5. A lot of people, including our boy Vidit, who I've been chatting with on Skype here a little bit during our show here. Leslie Odom Jr., the man. I love everything about the original Hamilton cast. Here we go. I was trying to prove John Urschel wrong, but I didn't have the guts. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Where? Between the sinners and the saints and the saints and the saints and the saints. Oh, there's a reason I'm still. I forget how I'm supposed to tackle this one. I have a feeling I'm supposed to be a little aggressive against this. Strike by night. Possible to justify the cost. Outlast. Hit him quick, get out fast. I don't want to blow this. I really don't. Feels like I blew this right around here. Maybe I should just be more patient and just, like, forget letting him take this pawn. What do you think? Like this? I mean, yeah, like, this guy's not going anywhere. I've got pressure. You could argue I could even play that move here, right? Remember that bishop b5 is not a threat because I had this whole idea of the check trick and I win the bishop. So, I think just like rook b1, right? And if he does something to stop it, now I can move the rook, or actually here I can just take it. All right, I got to use the restroom because we got to take the rest of this event seriously. But I think I blew it right there, and I think it got unnecessarily unclear. Be right back. All right, where we at? Games have not started. Makes me feel good. So, Queen h5 was too much? I'm not sure. For me, I think I blew it right here. Just like, again, and this is some of the stuff that, like, one of the main reasons I'm trying to play a lot and preparing for this SEC, and I could easily lose in the first round anyway. Teddy's a great player, but I'm just trying to like fix some of the things. There are certain things you have a feel for when you're playing a lot that, regardless of your knowledge, right, and your experience of knowing what it is to like execute properly. And I commentate a lot and watch a lot of high level chess. I don't think I'm a bad chess player, but like actually executing on the ideas yourself in a real game under time pressure in the moment, there are certain things you have a good feel for when you're just playing a lot, like quick reactions to just kill counterplay versus when it's time to buckle up and execute, right, and put away the game and go for the risky lines. And, you know, I just don't have a good feel for those things because I'm not playing a lot of high-level chess these days, and so it's one of the reasons I've been just trying to play a lot. So I would love to do that, Nick. Beef jerky, I like the Oberto. There's an organic brand that I get. A lot of beef jerky has corn syrup, but I'm an anti-corn syrup guy. But I do enjoy myself a good jerky of beef. I almost said a good jerk. That obviously I'm referring to meat and eating meat. So, and beef jerky is one of the things that I enjoy. So, um, oh man, appreciate you guys being here. Trying to slowly work my way back to a decent tournament. Did not start off well. Maybe I'll get above 2,500 before this is done. I won the game, Barfius. We'll never be the same. The Swiss Gambit, something I've been known to do, either intentionally or not, from more than time to time. So, here we go. Here we go. I'd love to think that's the case, creating chaos. Thanks for the sub there, Tim. I know it's a bit awkward, but I felt the need to keep the knight restricted. What's up, Hammer? Whoa. Wow, thank you. That was surprising and appreciated. GBC, you're the man. Ooh, that's surprising. I feel like this has to be accurate. See, I put the bishop there instead of on b3 because I thought if rook e8, I would still have pressure there and I could play rook h6. But now this is just a bad move, right? Has to be. I mean, if bishop e8, am I just winning on the spot with e7 and rook f8? If e7 check, bishop d7, rook f8. Okay, now he's just busted. The interesting thing is he's not actually threatening to take f6. So, I think that he's smoked. I mean, even if it wasn't for the fact that the rook is hanging, I don't think she was even threatening to take f6. So, has to be over. Alright, game over. Take there first. Yeah, just be up 2 pieces. Should be good enough. Okay. Thank you, GBC. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Tim, and everybody who's here. And I'm almost at 2,500 apparently. You say so? Yeah, I'm at 2,496. So, you know, the Scotch gets ragged on a lot. I'm not sure if that's what Hammer was doing. What did he say? I'm looking. Scotch sucks. Indeed. The drink does not suck. The opening is not great. You're not wrong at all. But, you know how it is. I need to just teach myself the Italian that everybody in the world plays and get some flexibility back in my 1e4 life. But I've also been secretly working on Amon Hamilton's London repertoire, going from one bad opening to another. Whoa! Chelsea Monica is in the chat after that game. What's up, Chelsea? I think you were doing well. I think your position was good, Chelsea, until rook takes d1, probably not great, right? Just play rook g8 instead and guard the pawn. Probably fine. I don't know. Does Chelsea Monica have a channel? Apparently she does. Way to girl. Way to go, girl. Way to girl. I didn't even mean to say that. Way to girl. Really appreciate the subs, GBC. Yeah, it's very hard to get away from an opening you've been playing your whole life. Kasparov wannabe. So, no disagreements from there. This is you know what the problem is with this soundtrack? I love the Hamilton soundtrack. I've listened to it so many times. My 8-year-old daughter can pretty much do the entire play, and I know what you're thinking. Dan, there's some inappropriate stuff in the Hamilton play. Touche. Okay, but my parents let me watch Terminator when I was 4, so that was probably not healthy either. Anyway, family patterns repeat, right? But the main thing is, as long as you explain inappropriate things, I actually would always argue the route of empower your kids with knowledge and with boundaries and, you know, all that stuff rather than going the Amish route and try to convince them things don't exist, right? I just don't know that that's ever healthy anymore. But long story short, I love Hamilton, but at this point in the album, like when they make the turn post-Revolutionary War, like I'm probably going to be crying by the end of the stream. Right? By the end of the I mean everything about the story of Hamilton is a tragedy. Right? It's not uplifting, it's a tragedy. So that's where we're headed. Yeah. That's my life, Nick. When that moment you've told yourself you'll never play an opening again, only to play a 2-hour binge blitz session of only playing that opening, right? That's my life. I don't know that Hamilton is pronounced like Hamilton, but yes. Depends on how quickly you say it, I guess, right? What's up, Yusef? Let's go back to our Title Tuesday leaderboard, shall we? Hikaru, 6.5 out of 7. Bortnick, 6.5 out of 7. Gawain Jones, that's a slightly surprising. Grishuk, our boy, Sasha. Sasha, I'm hot, by the way. And I don't work for Rocket League. By the way, so I wore the Rocket League sweatshirt at the Sloan Sports Analytics Conference at MIT a few weeks ago. Something that probably never should have happened, given where the world was headed with COVID, but we were there and we did it. John was there with me. I don't know if Urshul's still in the chat. But anyway, we were there, and walking around with the Rocket League shirt got me so many conversations about like esports in general, and people were just like, do you work in esports? I'm like, kind of, for chess.com. All right, here we go. Pa, pa, pa. Oh, Scheißer. Scheißer. Sasha is commentating for Chess 24 while playing in this. That's awesome. Is he really? Sasha is low-key everyone's favorite player. Like, maybe of all time, bro. That's a good point, GBC. That's probably why Hamilton and Hamilton. Unless you go out of your way to pronounce the B. His name is Amon Hamilton. He is the chess bra Amon Hamilton. And there's a million chess streams left to play. Chess games left to play. I didn't know that was an issue, Neuro33. Will you user snap that? If that's a bug, you're right. You know how to do the user snap. You just do this little question mark and you report a bug. And that will go right to the team. I can't do it right now midstream, but if you're willing to do that, I didn't know that it said that. If the message says something wrong, that's a good catch. Good eye. I believe Ali Reza has an agreement with Chess24. I actually don't know all the details of that scenario, but I believe that's the case. And you know how these twitch.tv/Daniel Rensch streams are. Nothing but full transparency, baby. I actually think that all the chess.com streams are like that. It's just whether or not sometimes people ask things in chat and it's just not appropriate to have that discussion at the time, so it's seen as us ignoring it, but... And no, we do not dive into the details of every person we've ever closed for cheating. Sorry. Not gonna happen. And, but anyway, there you go. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm excited. I'm playing better now. Jackets off. Who wants to flex? Let's get it. Let's get it. Where's Uncle Sasha? Where's Uncle Sasha's emote? Maybe we need an emote of Uncle Sasha flexing. Who's still playing? Oop, nobody. Games are about to start. Oh no, it's a break. Forgot. Yeah, we're on the break, which is why it's been fun to hang out with chat. So thanks for being here. Hey, Frappuccino, thanks for the host. Yes, roll digs. Tune into the chess.com, the stateofchess.com next week. Next week, after the Title Tuesday, we are going to hold a stateofchess.com show, which if you haven't seen those before, they're kind of like an open podcast style, like an AMA, your opportunity to kind of get involved and sound off. And we will read your questions, controversial and not. So if you want to tune in next week, right after the Title Tuesday on the main chess channel, I will be doing a stateofchess.com, and we'll talk about cheating and some stuff as much as we can. But I said earlier on this stream, it's been a stressful week for me. There are some high-profile things going on, and it's never easy to deal with stuff. Not to say that any cheater is any better than a non-high-profile cheater, but obviously we all know that there are sometimes different things at stake in different situations, and it hasn't been easy. So, you would be surprised. You'd be surprised. And again, we always get the most heat for always not doing anything right compared to everybody, but I think we do a really great job, and we're going to do the best we can to keep it clean. Hopefully win the war, even if we lose the short-term PR battles, meaning we take some heat for how we handle stuff with discretion. We're not really in the business of slandering or defaming people. We're in the interest of protecting the games played on our site and investing with our action, which is money tournaments, which there's going to be more and more of, and creating opportunities for professionals. But we close cheaters, and it would shock you how many confessions we get from title players and beyond, and it's not easy. So there you go. Back to chess. Here we go. Wish me luck, guys. Here we go. Let's go. Here we go. Man, I would love to play 95. I think I can. Darn. I feel like this is like getting super complicated. I really, really hate that move. I really hate it. I'm aware. I'm aware of bishop e7. Oh, darn it. It was going well. That was just such a blunder. Ugh, darn it. Can I get away with this? Seems okay. I'm putting the pony on e4. Or d3. And if he takes, I take. He comes in. But I mean, just to prove the point, like, if I did something crazy aggressive, I think I can actually just defend this. Like, where's the beef? I don't know. I mean, and if I move somewhere else, I'm currently up a pawn. Darn it! I just blundered the knight straight up. But ultimately, again, like, it's easy in these cases to blame the blunder, and the truth is the blunder was time pressure. And again, that's part of why it's a process to get yourself playing high level chess, high level blitz chess. You gotta be faster. Like every move, every decision, faster than It's not like playing in the Denver Open where you have like 3 hours to figure it out. So when you're out of shape, blitz can really expose that. You know what I mean? So I can blame time pressure if I want, but it's not the only problem. So Anton squared me. Is that the Anton squared me from Twitter? There are hackers on chess.com and they are destroying it. Maybe. Right? Maybe. I hope you're saying that out of paranoia and not out of some like detailed knowledge of like the actual hackers. That it doesn't make me feel better, Infernal Kush, whatever. I know what it's like to be out of shape, man. But yeah, we actually had. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I think I am. We were actually victims of a ransom case of hackers, and it was all handled privately because that's kind of what you do, and that's. But I can tell you that Russian hackers and like ransom things are real. Can't really discuss the details or the cost, but we have been doing. I mean, one of the biggest projects you have is just constantly being secure and tightening ship and dealing with people who want to do bad things. Why do people do bad things? Why are we doing this? Why are people cheating? Why are people doing bad things? Anyway. It's true. Thanks, BJ. Here we go. I gotta finish strong. We gotta finish on a high note, everybody. Okay. This is gonna get spicy. Get ready. This is gonna get spicy. That's exactly the kind of ransom I'm talking about, Nick. This is one of those like sultry R&B songs about a terrible tragedy. Our nation's first true sex scandal, Alexander Hamilton. calculated it. I calculated the whole line before I played knight takes c6. The knight guards e2. The queen runs out of squares. Oh my god, I blundered it. Just kidding. I'm still okay. Apparently I didn't calculate a win, though. I thought it was winning. Look at that move. I don't know if it's any good, but I played it. I'm not sure what piece is better, but I'm going for this. Oh, chime. Not moving fast enough. Boom. Oh, is he so lucky he has bishop e4? Oh my god. How lucky is that? It's ridiculous. Whoa. Darn it. Boom. Can I get back in time? No. No. Oh. Was this just winning? Because if he plays here now... Oops. King takes f3 was winning. But again, right here, I had 4 seconds, right? Time pressure. Time pressure's the issue. I don't have time to figure this out. I gotta play faster. King takes f3 was winning. What was really funny is when I was like flexing earlier that I had won the game. I thought I had. Oh, how did I blow that one? Same way you blow every game, Dan. That's how. That was frustrating. But king takes f3 is winning because the king is frozen. Look at that. Just one move, you gain a tempo, and the knight guards both key squares for the king to enter, right? So you take first, and then on king c5, only then win the piece, and I win. Owie, 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 owie. Instead, I played b7, takes, and he plays king c4, and there was no, yeah, there was no way to, yeah. No way, Jose. Although, if I go here and he plays f2 and I give check. He can just go here. And just like do things like this. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, king takes f3 was the only win. King takes f3 here, and he's frozen. Has to go to c5, and then I win the piece. All right, well, an interesting day today. I started out terribly, not in the best form. That's the honest truth if you're just joining. I think I found some good games at some point in the middle, but overall never quite playing chess at the level. It's weird. It was like, you know what's funny is when I first started playing seriously like a couple weeks ago in these Title Tuesdays and started streaming them again for the crowd here. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it, man. Glad you liking the YouTube videos. What was I gonna say? I think I was playing a little bit better, playing faster, and just trusting my intuition. It's like the more I got back into it, the less I'm like really properly thinking things through, you know? Thank you. Convince or confuse, what a great name. You may not be wrong. You may not be wrong, BJ. Let's hope you're right. Let's hope you're right, right? That's pretty funny, GVC. If that's the case, we should clip that. That's pretty funny if that actually happened. He says the lines with Hamilton worked out perfectly with the sacrifice of the bishop. But okay, I mean, this is a game that's just unacceptable. I didn't win this game. I mean, probably even here, best play, white is still better. You know, what does that look like? Maybe taking instead? So that my king is slightly more active? I don't know. But let's say regardless of that, if we went back to this position here, it's like uggy, uggy, uggy. What's funny is after this crazy bishop takes g4, I should have just taken with the rook. That's one of those funny things where you're like mentally committed to the whole Yugoslav attack idea, but after this stupid like piece sack, which he did out of desperation, right? Of course I can take back, but bishop h6 I should just take with the rook and it's actually over. Now I'm threatening to win the bishop. And if he comes over, I mean, worst case scenario, I can still just take the bishop actually and back up and I'm up a piece. Oh wait, he can get e4. So you know, he was mixing it up. I wonder if there was something even earlier. Okay, wow, game's over, event's over. Sean Sargsyan takes first place. Grishuk and Vidit are right behind him. Wow, Title Tuesday's done. I haven't even been paying attention to the overall score. There we go. That's how they finished. Some pretty strong performances by some big names. But Sean Sargsyan takes the gold. All right. Well, there you go. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm going to send a raid off to some peeps. Let's see. Last month we raided, not last month. Title Tuesdays every week now. Last week we raided, I think I raided Eric Rosen. So maybe we'll send a raid someone else's way this time. We got Botez streaming. Anna Cramling. Thanks, Anton. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for everyone being here. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the support. You may not see me stream again until after the match with Teddy on Friday, so wish me luck. Be there. I'm not a GM Speeches Championship, so I'm going to go ahead and bring Hamilton to a close. There it is. And All right, Kasparov wannabe. I will take your advice. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, let's throw a raid to just someone. Let's throw a raid to Vidit, right? I don't know if Vidit's going to be streaming, though. I don't know who's going to continue to stream. That's the question. So it's hard to choose because I'd like to know who's going to continue to stream. Yeah, sure. Let's raid Gotham. Let's hope that Levy continues to stream. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Go give Levy some love. Give him a shout out. He did just win his I'm Not a GM Speeches Championship. His match versus Tanya Sachdev, so good for him. Peace, everybody.